everybody. Welcome to Playroom. My name is Zara and this is my friend Leighton.
Hi, everyone. How are we all today? It's so great to see you all. Now, before we get started, let's just remember a few rules so that we learn lots and have lots and lots of fun. Number one, we have our listening ears on.
We're quiet when other people are talking.
We put our hand up when we have a question or something to say.
And most importantly, we have fun at Playroom.
One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother said to her, "Take this basket of goodies to your grandma's cottage, but don't talk to strangers on the way." Promising not to, Little Red Riding Hood skipped off. On her way, she met the big bad wolf, who asked, "Where are you going, little girl?" "To my grandma's, Mr. Wolf," she answered. The big bad wolf then ran to her grandmother's cottage, much before Little Red Riding Hood, and knocked on the door. When Grandma opened the door, he locked her up in the cupboard. The wicked wolf then wore Grandma's clothes and lay on her bed, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. When Little Red Riding Hood reached the cottage, she entered and went to Grandma's bedside. "My, what big eyes you have, Grandma," she said in surprise. "All the better to see you with, my dear," replied the wolf. "My, what big ears you have, Grandma," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," said the wolf. "What big teeth you have, Grandma," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to eat you with," growled the wolf, pouncing on her. Little Red Riding Hood screamed, and the woodcutters in the forest came running into the cottage. They beat the big bad wolf and rescued Grandma from the cupboard. Grandma hugged Little Red Riding Hood with joy. The big bad wolf ran away, never to be seen again. The end.
That was so much fun. It's one of my favourite fairy tales. Now we've watched Little Red Riding Hood, we're going to learn a lot about stories. A title is the name of the story. The person who wrote the story decided what they would like to call it. This person is called the author. So what was the title of the story we just watched? That's right, it was Little Red Riding Hood. Awesome job. What else did we have in our story? What's a story without people? There are special words that we can use to describe the people in stories. This special word is called a character. What is a character? The characters are the people in the story. They can be humans, like you or me, or they can be animals. Let's take a look at the characters we saw in our story. Who was this character? That's right, it's Little Red Riding Hood. Awesome job. What about this character? That's right, it's the big bad wolf. Who's this character in the purple? That's right, it's Grandma. And our last character in our story, who's this lady? Be careful, she was only in the story for a little bit. That's right, it's Little Red Riding Hood's mum. Awesome job, everyone. So now we know about titles and we know about characters. Let's learn about setting. What is a setting? The setting is the place where the story happens. Some stories have one setting, and some stories have lots of settings. Which setting should we explore first? Good choice. Let's go to this setting first. Woohoo! You made it to Little Red Riding Hood's house. What can you see in this setting? We can see our characters. We have Little Red Riding Hood, and we have Little Red Riding Hood's mum. We also have a pot of flowers on the window. They're beautiful yellow flowers. And we have a basket full of goodies that Little Red Riding Hood must take to her grandma. Let's go and explore some more settings. Which one should we explore next? Good choice. Let's go to this setting. We made it to Grandma's house. What can we see in this setting? That's right, we can see the big bad wolf. He's lying in Grandma's bed, pretending to be Grandma. He's wearing Grandma's purple clothes. We can also see a window. Awesome job. And our last setting. We made it to the forest. what can we see in this setting? That's right, we can see Little Red Riding Hood again, and we can see the big bad wolf. But how do we know it's a forest? We can see some grass, and we can see some trees, and the beautiful blue sky. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you for sharing that story. It was so much fun.